So today I'm going to focus on another part of IELTS, another lesson. Yeah, so before we proceed with our lesson, I would like to let you know about the practice materials that you can use in our application. I will give all the information details in the description so you can visit our application and get them done. Okay? And at the same time, if you miss any of these live sessions, don't worry. We post all the videos and everything on our YouTube channel as well. So you can go to YouTube and just search Emcan Institute. You can see our channel there. Just subscribe that one and press the bell icon as well. Then you can see whenever we post a new video. Okay, yeah. So by doing that, you will not miss any lesson. Okay, so today I thought of focusing on another writing lesson. So last time I focused on the common mistakes run-on sentences. If you missed that, it is there on our YouTube channel now. You can go and watch it. Today I'm going to focus on the paraphrasing. Okay, because I have noticed many students have the issues in paraphrasing. They don't know how to do a proper paraphrasing, especially when it comes to questions, right? Okay, so we'll go to that lesson. I will share the screen now. If you can't hear, if you can't see, just let me know, then I can check from my end. Okay? Just give me a moment. Okay, I hope you all can see. Yes, and there's one more thing. So I will explain the lesson here. And if you have any questions, just feel free to comment down below. Then I can go through them and I can come up with another video for such questions. Okay, and at the same time, sometimes I can provide solutions in the comment section as well. So feel free to comment down. Okay, so today we are going to focus on IELTS writing, paraphrasing the question. Okay, so what is paraphrasing? Okay, anyways, we'll see. So today we are going to understand what paraphrasing is, and we're going to avoid common mistakes and to learn four techniques and paraphrase a question. Okay, so what is paraphrasing? Paraphrasing means you're going to first you're going to read a question and then you're going to write the same thing keeping the same meaning actually, but you have to change vocabulary, change the sentence structure and the grammar. And always remember, do not ever change the idea. Don't do that. Okay, if you change the idea of your question, so your entire task response is wrong. Okay, so be careful about that one. So always remember, you have to keep the same meaning while changing the vocabulary, sentence structure, and grammar. Okay, so these are the common mistakes that I have seen in most of the students. Most of the time, students, they go ahead and copy the exact same question in their answer. Don't do that. Don't write the exact same thing. So if you do that, the examiner thinks that you don't know any other word. You don't know any other grammatical structure to write the same thing. So if you do that, you are limited when it comes to vocabulary and grammar. Okay, so don't do that. Don't copy the exact same question in your answer. And then don't change the meaning. I mentioned this earlier, so especially when it comes to synonyms. When you use words, be careful. So here you can see it's public transport. If you write private transport for public transport, is that correct? No, right? It's wrong. It's totally wrong. So don't change the meaning. Don't. So, and then when it comes to synonyms, be careful. I know you have to use different kinds of words. You can't repeat the same word again and again. But it doesn't mean that you have to choose any word that you can use as a synonym. No. So if you don't know the purpose of the synonym, don't replace that word unless you are sure. For an example, I'll give you my example. Let's say start and begin. Okay? This is a very minor one. Start and begin. Okay. So start and begin, both are synonyms. Anyways, we're talking about starting something. But the purposes are different. You can start a car. For that one, you can start a car. Can you begin a car? No, right? It doesn't make sense at all. This is why I said True, there are many synonyms, but the purposes of those synonyms are different. So you should know them. If you use a wrong word, if you use a word with like inappropriate meaning, then your entire response, your entire lexical resource goes down. So be careful. Okay, don't use any word if you don't know the specific purpose of that word, specific meaning of that word. Okay, so today I'm going to teach you 4 techniques. So now we focused on, we know what paraphrasing means, and we talked about the common mistakes that we do. So now I'll teach you how to do the paraphrasing properly using 4 techniques. So what is it? First one, synonyms. You should identify the synonyms that you can use. You should change the grammar. I'll tell you how to do that one. And then you should change the word forms. Okay, and then change the structure. Okay, so let's go one by one. Okay, technique 1, synonyms. So whenever, this is the first thing that you should do. Like when you get the question, just try to highlight the major keywords and then try to think of possible synonyms that you can use instead. So here I have given a few examples. You can use individuals. For think, you can say believe. For improve, you can say enhance. For government, you can use authorities. These are a few examples. So like that, whenever you get a question, just highlight the keywords and think of all possible synonyms that you can use. Okay, then change grammar. Okay, what can we do? Imagine the question is given in the active voice. So you can change it to passive voice because passive voice is definitely an advanced structure. So if you know how to use passive voice, then you can show a good grammatical range. Okay, so here look at the example. Governments should reduce taxes. Okay, so we can write the same thing by changing the same grammar. So taxes should be reduced by governments. Understand? So here I didn't change the words because I just wanted to highlight the grammatical change that we are doing. So we just switched, we just changed the voice of this. Previously it was active voice and now this is passive voice. Okay. Now change word forms. What is that? If they have given something in the verb form, try to get the noun form of that one. So see, develop, development, protection, protect, educate, education. So develop is a verb, so I turned it to a noun, development. Protection is a noun, so I took that as a verb, protect. Educate is a verb, then I got the education. So you have to think of all possible word forms as well. Okay, later on I'll tell you how to combine them all together. So then the last technique, change the structure. Most of the time they start like this, right? Some people believe. So you don't need to write the exact same structure there. Use a different structure. Many argue that. There is a belief that there are many phrases like that you can use. So use them to show more structure in your answer. Okay? Okay, so what are the 4 techniques? First, you should change the synonyms, and then you should come up with grammar, change grammar, and then you should change some word forms if possible, and then change the entire structure. But always remember, you can't change the meaning. Okay, that's the main thing that you should understand. No matter how you're using your synonyms, grammar, and everything, if the grammar is wrong, everything's gone. I'm sorry, if the meaning is wrong, everything is gone. Okay? Yes. So now let's paraphrase this one. Let's try to understand the keywords. Okay, let me get the highlighter here. Okay. So some people, okay, they're talking about some people. The people we can use individuals. Okay, we can use that, right? Okay, now we got one synonym for that. Believe. Believe, we can use think. Okay, if you're going to change the phrase, some people argue that, some individuals argue that, okay, or else you can mention there's a belief Believe is the verb. Believe is the noun. So there is a belief that you can change the entire structure by using the word forms and everything. And then children, okay, youngsters, young people, students. Yes, anyways, we're talking about something that they learn, right? Should learn, study. Okay, then a foreign language, another language. You can say a second language. Okay, in primary school. Primary, okay, is kind of a technical word, but for school you can use a synonym. Primary education. Okay, early years of education. So primary school, early years of education. You can use such kinds of words. Okay, so now we got some keywords here and we thought of all possible synonyms that we can use. And now I'll show you band-wise how a band 6 paraphrasing looks like. Band 7, 8, 9. Okay, you'll see. Okay, so here I have highlighted the words that have changed. So we'll see how it's done. For band 6, many people think. So here I didn't replace the people. I kept it as it is, but I really replaced the word think, believe, think. Children should study. Previously it was learn, right? Study a foreign language in primary school. Okay. So this is what I didn't change. I didn't do much changes. I just changed only think and study. And I haven't done any structural changes, nothing. No grammatical change, nothing. I just replaced the words. If you just replace the words, you can go for only band 6, sometimes band 5. So be careful, okay? So if you want to go band 7, definitely you must change the sentence structure. You must use different grammatical ranges. Okay, we'll see many individuals, people, believe. So here I used believe because I'm using many individuals there. Children should learn a second language. Instead of foreign language, I use second language here. During their primary education. Previously it was primary school. So now I use primary education. And without saying in, I use during. Can you see that? Okay, so here again we cannot see a big structural change, but we can see that we have used different words like when it comes to band 6 and band 7. So you can see that. And then what about band 8? It is widely believed that. So I changed the sentence structure here. Previously, some people believe. That's it. But here it is widely believed that children should begin learning. So instead of saying learn, I used learning. I changed the form here and I used another verb for that. Begin learning a second language. Should learn a second language. I took as an entire noun here. Begin learning a second language while they are in primary school. I used while. Previously it was in primary school. Then during their primary education. And now while they are in primary school. So I'm changing the structure and I'm very focused on the grammar as well. Okay, then band 9. Many people argue that foreign language instruction should be introduced. So passive voice. I changed the entire grammar here. Previously it was active voice, right? So now I used passive voice here. Foreign language instruction should be introduced from the early years of primary education. When we use early years, okay, definitely we are talking about children here, okay? And from the early years of primary education. So in band 9, you can see we have changed the entire voice of the sentence. Okay, so this is what you should do when it comes to paraphrasing. You must think of possible synonyms. You must change the grammar. Okay, you must change the word forms and you must change the structure of the question. Then only you can do a proper paraphrasing in your essay. Okay, so I hope you understood today's lesson. So if you have any questions, if you have any doubts, how to use these structures and all, just let me know. then I will do another lesson for that. Okay. Anyways, I will come up with nice lessons for you, the useful lessons for you, so you can boost your score in writing. Okay. So, as I said earlier, don't, if you miss this live session anyway, don't worry. We post this on our YouTube channel. You can go to our YouTube channel and watch it. Okay, it's Emcan Institute. Okay, so then thank you very much for joining today. I had a nice time with you. So as you know, we are Emcan Educational Institute. We are not only in Dubai, we are in Georgia as well. So if you are in Dubai, not just Dubai, if you are in UAE, just feel free to contact us on our UAE number, and then if you are in Georgia, just feel free to contact us through our Georgian number. Okay. And then if you need more information about the courses and everything, just send us an email. And then if you need more information about the courses and everything that we do at our institute, you can go to our website as well. Okay. And again, for practice materials, you can visit our application app.mcanet.com. It is available on Play Store and App Store as well. Okay, so then thank you very much for joining. Had a nice time with you. I will come up with another lesson for you, definitely for writing. I'm focusing on the mistakes that you do. Anyways, we'll see. So then, until I come up with another live session for writing or any other IELTS lesson, stay safe. Bye bye. Take care.